This weekend, I found time in my busy schedule to go and watch Yeovil for the very first time since their promotion back to the National League. And all I can say is this, it was underwhelming. Well, actually, that's being polite. It was actually one of the worst games I've watched in a long time. And I don't discredit Yeovil too much, but it was a very, very tough watch.
First half, really poor. I'll tell you what, Dartford would give these a game.
Yeovil drew 0-0 to Altrincham, a game where it looked like both sides were just happy to settle for the point. But it did give me the opportunity to watch the new players and the squad for the very first time, and it gave me a video idea of where on earth do I think Yeovil Town FC will finish this season. We're going to look at the good, the bad, and then have a little sum up at the end and have a precise prediction so I can embarrass myself come the end of the season. So the good has to be a good place to start. We want to start positive, of course we do, and it's got to start with the signings. Now, I'm not going to touch on every single signing because we'll be here for a long time. But firstly, Yeovil picked up two boys from Torquay, Brett McGavin, who is already showing his capabilities with an absolutely worldie of a free kick just the other week. And they picked up forward Aaron Jarvis, who in my opinion is not a bad player at all, definitely National League standard. But is he quite the striker? I don't know, but two great pickups. As well as that, they managed to sign Josh Sims from Ross County. He'd been on the books at Southampton for a long time. He'd also played in the MLS, so it feels like a really, really good pickup for a player of that calibre to now be playing in the National League. Last but not least is Dominic Bernard. This guy signed from Forest Green Rovers and comes with absolute bags of experience, leadership qualities, and just seems to be a very, very, very good addition to the squad, and on his debut even scoring that late winner. Now, having new faces come through the door is always a lovely bonus, but it's always just as important to get stability and keep players that are already in the squad. They've done a fantastic job of that, keeping the likes of Jordan Young, Frank Newbley, Jake Wannell, Morgan Williams, Matt Worthington, Alex Whittle, Michael Smith, Pearson, the list goes on. And lastly, for the good, it has to be that back line. I am a really, really big fan of that back line. I think it shows real strong capabilities of doing well in the National League. Fullbacks with the experience of Michael Smith and Alex Whittle, and that centre-back pairing, which I think could possibly be one of the best in the league, of Morgan Williams and Jake Wannell. I think they should be more than capable of keeping balls out the net. I know it hasn't been the dream start to them. They've conceded a few more than maybe they would have liked, but I do think that backline is absolutely excellent. So there has to be some negatives, right? Well, for a team that have just come up from the National League South, there's not that many in my opinion. Now, one of the first possible negatives I will touch on is since their promotion, I think they've had a keeper downgrade. No matter what, losing Joe Day, that was going to be an incredibly tough replacement. They have signed Rye on loan, and although he's a young keeper, I know fully well that he has been picking up a slight bit of criticism, but he is young, he will develop, and he may come very good. Secondly, has to be that home form. That home form so far is very poor. I know they had that one win against Ebbsfleet, who are obviously currently bottom of the table, but apart from that, they have failed to score in 4 home games this season, losing 3 of them 1-0. You've really got to think that you've got to make your home ground your fortress when you've just been promoted, and at the moment, Yeovil just aren't doing that. And last but not least, is there possible a dip in attendance? I know this could be a plethora of different things, ticket prices, home form being poor, and of course less local derbies now that they're back in the National League, but hopefully Yeovil can pick up some home form and get that attendance back over 3,000, because understandably, I don't want to go to watch what I did on Saturday again. The only thing I want to add is Yeovil fans, don't take any criticism, because that atmosphere for the full 90 minutes, even though the game was dead boring, was absolutely fantastic.
Smells like
So let's sign it off. What is a realistic finish for Yeovil this season? Now, if I was being boring and wanted to get out of jail card, I would go anywhere from 10th to about 16th is where I think Yeovil will finish this season. But we ain't like that here. We like to embarrass ourselves come the end of the season. So I'm going to give you a specific prediction, and I'm going for 14th. Let me know in the comment section below where you think Yeovil will finish this season. And until the next one, thanks for watching. Bye for now.